Hey guys, welcome back to Alp's Barbecue. I've got myself another 8 kilogram brisket sitting on the smoker. It's been on since about midnight last night. Looks absolutely fantastic. But today I'm not just going to eat brisket, I'm going to show you my favourite wood-fired pizza. Brisket and Zhong pizza with some caramelised onion. This pizza is bloody tremendous. Stay tuned. So starting off with the brisket, this 8 kilo brisket, I'm going to be sharing this with a mate of mine. I'm going to be making the brisket and Zhong pizzas, and with the leftovers, I'm going to make some more of those beautiful brisket pies. Check out the link for that video. Anyway, let's rest this brisket for 3 hours. For that brisket, I've used exactly the same rub as that last video with the togarashi mix. Tastes bloody brilliant. Anyway, put this to one side and we're going to get into our Zhong sauce. I'm a big fan of Zhong sauce. You've got the kick, the spice from the jalapeno, as well as the chili flakes. You've also got the herbiness from the parsley and the coriander. I think it's a real winner when it comes to steak, but it goes absolutely beautiful on top of this pizza. All of the ingredients will be in the description of this video, but it's super simple. Throw it in a blender, blend it up for about 25 seconds. I always like to give it a bit of a shake halfway through. Give yourself a little bit of a taste test. If you want a little bit more spice, a little bit more lemon, you go for it. But for me, absolutely perfect. I'm going to pour this into a bottle. After making the Zhong sauce, I've turned my attention to some easy pizza bases. I didn't video the whole thing here, but I'm just going to let this rise for a few hours. After a 3-hour rest for this brisket, let's pull it out, slice it up, portion it up. So I'm going to get myself a knife, slice in and see how we've done. Some beautiful colors to start with. Of course, I gave this a little bit of a taste test on its own. It tasted bloody brilliant, but the flat was looking pretty good, broke away nicely. I was pretty happy with it. So let's slice into the rest of the brisket and turn our attention to the pizzas. Okay, so we've got our brisket done, the Zhong sauce is done. It's time to get the pizzas ready. So first things first, let's light it up. So I said wood-fired pizzas at the start of the video. That's a load of rubbish. What I've got here is my acorn kamado. I've got some charcoal, and I'm just going to throw in some apple wood chunks today, actually, for some additional smoky flavour. So the target temperature for me today is going to be about 450 to 500 Fahrenheit, which is around 250 Celsius. Whilst that's coming up to temp, it's pizza time, and I've kept this real simple. You don't need too many toppings on your pizza, but I've got some sauce here. I've just simply used a can of tomatoes, some tomato paste, there's oregano, salt, pepper, nice and simple. Then there's some mozzarella cheese, there's caramelised onion. I'm also going to be putting on some red capsicum here for some beautiful colour and flavour, and then on goes the brisket, followed by a little bit more cheddar cheese. The acorn is close to temperature, so I'm going to throw on a couple of wood chunks, as I said, for that additional smoky flavour. I also need to heat up my pizza stone, so on that goes, and in 5 minutes, we're going to be cooking. So in heat and temperature, let's get the pizza on. It's probably going to take about 4 to 4.5 minutes. I love cooking pizzas on this acorn. It's super easy, super quick. 2 minutes in, I'm already starting to get some nice puffiness, and then an extra 2 minutes later, I like to check the base just to make sure it's not burning. But that's crispy and done, so let's pull it off. Go and grab your Zhong sauce and then pour on as much as you want. A little bit more for a little bit more spiciness, a little bit more for some extra colour. It's entirely up to you. It's your pizza, but trust me, it's freaking delicious. And there's one thing left to do, give it the taste test. Okay, so here we have our smoked brisket and Zhong sauce pizza. You know, I've had this a couple of times before. I already know it's going to taste amazing, but trust me, the blend of the spices from what you put on the brisket, as well as the sauce itself, the caramelization on the onions, the cheese, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend you give this one a go. But obviously, for the purpose of the video, I've got to give it the all-important taste test. And yeah, sure enough, it's as good as I remember. Delicious. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you again in the next one. We'll catch you soon. Now, you're obviously not going to be cooking a brisket on its own just for this pizza. But if you do have any leftover brisket, keep a hold of it. Put some on top of this pizza. It's absolutely goddamn delicious. You won't regret it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon.